I'm cooking at my sister's house in TJ. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be recreating Myra's Touch of Glam pozole that she made with her mom, and I'm gonna be making it vegetarian. I think it's actually vegan. This is it right here. So if you want to learn how to make this, just keep on watching. It's so bomb, by the way.
Okay, so I decided to do a voiceover because since it was Christmas Eve, it was a little bit loud at my sister's house. So in this pot, I filled it up about 3/4 of the way with water. I'm doing half an onion, 3 bay leaves, a whole head of garlic, and 4 bouillon cubes. In a separate pot, we are gonna boil our chile guajillo and our chile puya. And she doesn't really say how many peppers we are gonna use of each, but I just want to go ahead and did 12 chile guajillo and 8 chile puya. If you want your pozole less spicy, maybe do about 5, and if you want it more spicy, do anywhere between 10 and 12. And all I'm doing is removing the stem off the pepper. You don't have to remove the seeds or anything because once we blend everything together, we're gonna go ahead and strain it. So just go ahead and do that to all your peppers and fill your pot up with water until all your peppers are covered. Pretty much once you're here at this step, you just want to go ahead and let everything come to a boil. And meanwhile, you can go ahead and rinse your maize or your corn. That way it's ready to go. I am just gonna start putting all the dry stuff into the blender because my chiles are almost done. I'm starting off with half a teaspoon of black peppercorns, and make sure that you guys actually get the little peppercorns, not the ground pepper. And then I am doing 1 teaspoon of oregano, and this is not the ground oregano either. I'll have all the ingredients listed in the description below. Sometimes it's hard for me to mention as I go only because I don't really measure. I just taste as I'm cooking. But now you want to go ahead and just add your 2 garlics. The last thing you want to add is the cloves. And be really careful with the cloves because these babies are so strong. I did about 12. I believe I tried to do like half a teaspoon. So just be really careful because this can mess up your entire pozole. Okay, so now that my chiles are done cooking, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them in the blender. And you guys, I am so sorry for how much I got in this frame. It's just when you're doing this by yourself, you know, it's really hard to see what's going on in the screen because I can't see myself. But anywho, just go ahead and put these chiles in the blender and then go ahead and blend everything together. Also, I did add about 1 cup of that liquid. Okay, so once your water reaches the boiling point, you can go ahead and drop in your maize or your corn kernels, whatever they're called in English. So just go ahead and drop them in. Just be really careful because you will get splashback and you don't want to burn yourself. Trust me, I got a little bit of splashback and it was very, very hot. Okay, so now I'm just gonna mix everything together and I am going to put the lid back on it and let it simmer for approximately 30 to 45 minutes when the kernels are almost done. Okay, so if you guys can see, my water is now boiling and I'm gonna go ahead and add my chile. Before you add your chile into your pot, just make sure you taste it, because if you remember, I said I taste as I go. So if you feel like it needs more oregano or more pepper, just go ahead and add it, blend it, and then put it back in the pot. You will want to use a strainer. I believe that this is what this thing is called, because you want to have the smoothest consistency for your pozole, so you don't want any of the seeds or any of the unbroken chile pieces that didn't blend well to come out. So I usually just add a little bit of liquid as I'm pressing it down to make sure that it comes out faster, I guess you can say. And I do it in 2 little batches because this thing was very tiny. Now, once again, just go ahead and mix everything together, put the lid back on it, and let it simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, once your pozole is pretty much done cooking, you just want to go ahead and remove the onion and the head of garlic, just so it's not in the way when you're pouring yourself a bowl. Also, your kernels should be very soft. Sometimes they do open up, just a sign that they're ready. You guys, here I am trying it, and it is so bomb. It's a little spicy, just a little kick. So if you don't like spice, just go ahead and do 5 chile puyas.
Miriam, your stuff is gonna explode. Or it's fine. It's gonna explode. Huh? It's gonna explode. My sister's making into the pozole. Your thing is gonna explode. My sister's making something.
I forgot to record an outro of myself trying the pozole, but here's a picture. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.